Hi everyone. I hope you are all excited about our class collaboration project this week. I know I am excited to see how they turn out. So we will be making a class quilt project. So basically, each of you will have your own little square to design. And then once everyone is finished at the end of the week, I will take your design and put them all together to make it look like a class quilt. It is a digital project. So let's see what you need when you click into the project page on Canvas. So this is my example that I made. So we will be doing a digital design and I'll show you how. And so everyone's will look different and everyone's will be their own. So it should be a Day of the Dead theme, Dia de los Muertos. That's what we're talking about this week, and that's our theme for this week. So the supplies you will need, really simple, your Chromebook or whatever device you want to work from, internet access, and this website, remove.bg. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up so you can see what that looks like. So remove.bg, we will be using that website. So you will need, in order to get started, you will need this link to start designing your slide. Basically, everyone will have one slide that you will design, and I'll be able to see your progress and help you with it in this big collaboration link. So if you click the link, it takes you to our class quilt collaboration. So you will see our presentation that we did in class, but then you will see my example. So this is a good example of what your little square of the class quilt should look like. So here I have first period, third period, and fourth period. So let's say you're in first period. So you click first period. And I want you to add your own slide. So you can, after you click first period, click this plus button and it makes a new slide. You can get rid of these text boxes. I'm clicking and hitting the delete or backspace button so that you're just starting from a plain screen or a plain little square. Okay, before you do anything else, before you start designing or anything, you need to add your name so that I can know it's yours to give you credit. So right here where it says click to add speaker notes, you click there and go ahead and just write in your first and last name. So I know that this is your slide, that you are working on this slide, okay? So before you start looking up images, I think what would be a smart idea is if you change the color of the slide from white, that it will just help. So if you want to change the color or the background of the slide, you'll go to slide up here and then change background. And you can choose a color by clicking here. I think, let's see, it's fall, Day of the Dead. I'm gonna go for this like mustard yellow color. And if you want it to be not just solid, you can choose a gradient. So this is what happens if you choose to do that. It kind of fades from the color towards the middle. So it's a little more interesting. So now you should have one color on your background, okay? At this point, this is where you will start searching. You gotta search for all these different images that you want to use in your Day of the Dead class quilt little section. So you go into Google. So I'm gonna look up Day of the Dead flower background. The reason I add in background is because it gives you like an easy way to start, okay? It gives you, these are nice and separated where you can see, okay, these flowers are the subject or the positive space of the picture. and the background or the negative space is the white in this one. So some of them, if they're too complicated, might not work, but some of them will. So I think this one will be good because this one is really simple. You can tell where the background is and where the positive space is. So once you find an image you want to use, maybe this one. Oh, that one would be cute. I'll try this one. So I'm going to right click on the picture and click Save Image As. Whatever picture from Google that you decide to use, you're going to need to save it to your desktop. So I right clicked and then saved image as and selected desktop. All right, so now it is saved on my computer. So then we need to take away this black background. So there's nothing behind this nice frame of flowers. So if you go to your remove.bg website, this is where you can remove the background from your picture. So let's try it. Upload image. And you'll select the image. And once it gets in there, it will automatically take away that background. So you should see some of them will work like this one, and you will see how it went from its regular background to this like white and gray checkerboard. That's digital talk for there is no background there. It's just these flowers. You might run into some images that don't work, that it won't take away the background. And that's because, you know, it can't recognize. It's a digital program, so it might not be able to recognize some pictures. So if it doesn't take away the background from your picture like this, then you got to choose something else. But since this one worked, it went from its regular background to this checkerboard pattern in the background, then you're good. Okay, so you gotta do it again. You gotta right click. And this time, instead of saving it, I'm gonna just right click and copy image and see if that will work. So once you right click and copy image, you can go to your class quilt project slide. You can right click and click paste. And there it is. Without the background, you have, it doesn't have that black border around it. You can, you know, play around with it, move it around, make it bigger or smaller, stretch it out if you want. I'm gonna try to make it fit all around my Google slide as just like a border. I think that would be cute. All right, so I have one picture in here. Good job. You will need to have seven different pictures that you save from Google, remove the background, and put into your slide. So if you look at my example, I have this one picture of this skull with flowers. I imported these little cacti, these red, blue, and yellow flowers, these yellow marigolds, this little flower celebration, and the stars in the background. So I have 7 different elements up here that I removed the background from and added to my slide. So in this one, I just have one so far. I have my border. Okay, and you can make your slide however you want to. You don't have to use these same pictures I'm using, but that's kind of the process. You want to, I'll do it again. I'll go to Google and I'm gonna look up something about Day of the Dead. This time, why don't we go with Day of the Dead sugar skull. Let's just see what happens if we don't add background. Oh, I like her. I like that one. Or maybe that one. So you just Google some ideas and you look for pictures you like. And if you don't like them, then try something else. Sugar skull. I'll try background this time and see what comes up. nice. I think this one's really cute. I'm gonna go with this one. And you can also tell very easily their background is black and the positive space is this cream color. Something like this will be too hard for that program to recognize because there's too much going on. So try simple things, you know, stuff that is really easy to recognize what is the background and what is in the subject or the positive space. So I found my picture. I'm going to right click on it and click Save Image As and make sure that it is saved on my desktop. And then you can go to remove its background. So remove background. When you're finished with one, you just have to exit. Click that little X. And then you can do another one. So upload and choose that picture you just saved from your desktop. And we'll see if it works. Ah, nope. Couldn't identify it. So that one's not going to work. So that's okay if that happens sometimes. It just means you have to go look for a different one, for something else. So let's try, oh, this one. That one even has a little banner. So I'll right click, save image as, make sure it's saved to my desktop. And then go to removebackground.com, or not .com, remove.bg. Upload that picture I just saved and hope that it works. Yay! Oh no! Okay, so it's gonna happen a few times and that's okay. It's kind of part of digital work, is finding what works and what doesn't. So let's try this one. Save image as to your desktop. Save it to your desktop. And then we'll try this image and see if it will work. Fingers crossed. Yeah, oh, not quite. See, this is a good example of when it doesn't give you that error message, but you can see that it didn't take away the background. That teal is still there, you know? We want to see the checkerboard. So let me try one that I know will work because I've tried it before. All right, so I tried this one before, so I know this one will work. So I will save image as and save it to the desktop. And then go to my remove.bg and upload that image. And there you can see, in the original, I had the white background. And once it removed the background in this program, you can see your checkerboard, okay? So this is what we want to happen. So once you can see your checkerboard up here, you can right click, copy image, and then go to your slide and right click, paste. And there it will pop up. And see, it still has this border down here. I don't really like that. So you can crop your picture. If you only want to use a certain part of it or want to edit out a border like that, this is the cropping tool in Google Slides. So I'll click it and then it highlights the image that you're about to crop. So you can adjust it to the size that you want or crop out the parts that you want to crop out and then click it again. And now it is cropped, all right? And I'm gonna stretch it out just to see. And this part is also really important. If you want, like I want these flowers to be behind my border that I already did. So the way that you will send something to the back or to the background is like this. You will make sure that your picture is selected. It's highlighted in blue. And then you go to Arrange right up here, Order, and you can send it where you want it. Right now it's in front. It's the last thing that you copied, but I want it to be in the background. So I'm going to send it to the back. And now my beautiful border of flowers is on top of that picture we just put in there. Okay. So now I have 2 pictures that I have smushed together in my Google slide. Remember, you must have 7 pictures, 7 examples of an image that you save from Google and remove the background from. 7. This one is only 2. So have fun designing your slide. Make sure that you put your name in the notes down here so that I know this is your slide. And you should not ever be editing anyone else's slide but your own, okay? If we find out that we are editing other people's slides, then I'll just come up with a really boring project for you to do. So do what you need to do. Don't edit anyone else's slide but yours. Make sure you have 7 different pictures that you save from Google, remove the background from, and add to your portion or your little rectangle of our quilt, okay? And you don't need to save it or anything. Anything that you do in Google Slides is automatically saved as you do it. So when you're done working on it, like on Tuesday in class, when you're finished, then you can just exit. And when you're done working on it on your own time, you can just exit out of there too. And when you click that link again, you'll see what you were working on in our slide. So look, and there it is. Okay. So please let me know if you have any questions. Make sure that you have 7 different elements or 7 different pictures in your Google slide. And please, please let me know if you have any questions. All right.